Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there's Tucker.
Yep, that's me.
And we are a little under the weather, but we are in a smaller offering than the vehicle you drive on the daily. We are in Jeep's subcompact Compass crossover. In this video, we're going to tell you how this miniature Jeep fits our family of three. Stay tuned. Okay, Holly, so I did mention earlier, this is the smaller offering from Jeep, slotting in under the now discontinued vehicle that you drive daily, which is passing us up right here, the Jeep Cherokee. We are in the Jeep Compass, which received a update for 2023, a new engine, etc., etc. Not much is changing for 2024. This is a 23 model and a trim that isn't offered for 24. So we'll talk kind of generalities for the 24 model year. What are your thoughts on the styling of this one?
I like the styling.
Yeah?
It's not that much different than the Cherokee.
It isn't too much. More traditional headlights in that they're all together. Yours are split and separate. More Jeep-specific styling to this.
Yes, and there's like the Easter eggs.
Tons of Easter eggs around.
Yeah, that my Cherokee does not have those Easter eggs. In fact, the only Easter egg it did have was the Jeep on the windshield, and we had to replace our windshield, and
Yep.
it
Womp
did
womp.
womp. We didn't get it back.
But yeah, we've got lizards, we've got snakes, we've got tons of the Jeep logos just scattered all throughout this vehicle. I do believe they're numbered. I have not found them all.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments if you own one of these and have found them all. But
Which I like because, when I got a Jeep, I was like, oh, I'm going to do the Jeep Wave. But then I didn't really know, like, does a Cherokee count? Do I get to do the Jeep Wave? It's not like a Wrangler or off-roader or and some people think you do and some people think you don't.
the people who think you do don't drive Wranglers. The people who think you don't do drive Wranglers.
That's not true. There's been some Wrangler owners that have said, yes, do the Jeep Wave. So I do like some of the fun things about Jeep are the Easter eggs that have historically only showed up on the off-roading Jeeps. So I like that in a family vehicle. They are starting to include the Easter eggs too. It makes it fun.
Yep. Styling on this one is more baby Grand Cherokee than your Cherokee was, which is a weird place. But again, with them not making the Cherokee anymore, this really is the baby Grand Cherokee. It's the next option if you don't want that big 2 or 3 row variant. This is the next best thing. And it is a subcompact. So we have noted from parking it in the same spot in our garage, he's small.
It's not a small car, but it is smaller than the Cherokee.
It was so much more room for us to walk around it, for sure.
Yes.
Which...
And easier to get out of.
Easier to park.
Easier to park.
Yeah, which I guess translates now to the inside. We could talk a little bit about the styling in here, and then we could talk about size when it comes to putting Tucker's child safety seat in. What are your thoughts in here?
I like it. It's nice. It's sleek. But I would say it's pretty basic.
Can I guess your favorite thing? Or one of your favorite things, notable things?
Sure.
Actual tachometer and speedometer, not a digital gauge cluster.
Yes, I do like that. And I also like that they are, that there's different depths. So you do have the digital screen in the middle too. But
fully
yes,
customizable.
I do like the
Approaching a railroad crossing.
Thank
as
you.
well.
So actual digital or actual analog gauges up there with digital helper screen. We have the largest in the segment Uconnect screen here. I do believe it's 10.1 inches with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Very baby Grand Cherokee-esque styling in here.
I do like this texture that's right here on the dashboard. I like that.
That kind of vinylette, wannabe leather, but we've got some stitching up here.
Yeah, you can already see the fingerprints on the screen.
Yeah.
Don't love that.
Yeah.
You can't see it very much right here in this light, but when I was driving around in full sun, it was super obvious.
Yep. And then we've got all our physical buttons here for your self-parking, your lane keep, traction control, parking sensors, and button that you always find as soon as possible, the engine start-stop in traffic.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious when it starts and stops.
Then we get physical controls for most of our HVAC, but you and I both have heated front seats, which, much like your vehicle, are accessed through the screen only, which you and I have both noted. When we get in your vehicle and put it in reverse, you can't turn the heated anything's on. You do also have a heated steering wheel. So that's nice.
Yeah, but even though it is screen only, there are easy to access buttons right there for it. So I like that.
And
you don't have to press through.
Being a Uconnect system, we have some shortcuts up here that we can customize, and eventually this button is going to work for the 360 cameras.
Yes.
But look how little! It's so tiny.
It's a tiny little thing.
But multiple different camera angles, including out the back, big view out the back.
Yeah, I do like the camera angles. Those are nice.
Something your Jeep does not have.
It does not have that.
It
also doesn't have Apple CarPlay.
That's true. The same gear selector that is in your car, which is not a bad thing. Multiple different drive modes, 4-wheel drive lock. Not a true low range like your Trailhawk, but otherwise, what other thoughts? I can talk.
Can you talk?
About the interior here?
It doesn't have memory seats. No. That's a little bit, but I mean, my other one doesn't either. Right. But I mean, probably most people are looking at the competitors to this car, and there are probably competitors in the same class.
Kona from Hyundai
that have memory seats. So that's just a thing. If you don't switch seats a lot, then that is not a thing you need.
What are your thoughts on the steering wheel?
I like the steering wheel. I wish the design was funner, though.
You said the same thing about the Grand Cherokee that we had.
Well, I do wish that. But it is nice and thick, and I like whatever material this is that it's covered in. It's just kind of basic.
Yep. Thoughts on visibility, driving around?
The back is a little hard to see with the
I knew that would be your comment on that one.
The seats up there are kind of blocking the view.
Yeah.
And this does not have a camera, I don't guess.
Nope.
Not that I would use it even if it did.
It's got rear view mirrors with blind spot and Jeep written on them.
But, I mean, and you do have the cameras up here that are very nice.
But no blind spot camera, like, again, talking about the Hyundai.
If we're talking about some of the competitors in this class, there are some that have those blind spot monitors that are nice. So, I don't know. I like that.
I guess now would be a good time to talk about backseat, putting in Tucker's child safety seat, seeing how much room that leaves for me here in the front, especially when it is rearward facing. Putting Tucker's child safety seat in the back here is a fairly simple process, as with most crossovers, SUVs, and the like. We do have lower latch points on both outboard seats, nothing in the center, but we do have top tethers all the way across. And these vinyl and cloth seats do seem to be rather durable. We'll get into all that here in just a second. We do have a 60-40 split bench rear seat with the 40% over here, which is a nice touch. But let's first bring Tucker's car seat in rear-facing format, see how much room that leaves for the front seat passenger. And let's see, we'll go ahead and tilt this into its position here. If you will remember, Holly likes to remind me that our Jeep Cherokee was too small when we got it for when Tucker was riding in a rear-facing car seat, which was this one, this exact one. And this is a smaller back seat than our Cherokee by about 2 inches of legroom. Let's see what that does. I've got to pull the front seat forward just a smidge. This is a manually sliding front seat, but there we go. And now let's see just how much room that leaves me as a front passenger. Hey, it's actually not that bad. I could actually ride up here fairly nicely and comfortably. I've got no complaints here. Quite surprising how much room is left up front. Just different packaging between the two vehicles. So it's pretty surprising when you think about it, talk about it, compare it. We'll go ahead and turn it around, drop the top tether back behind and get this into place here. These back seats just fold, they don't recline, so we don't have to worry about matching the angle of the back of Tucker's child safety seat. Just very quickly put those latches in and tighten this thing down, which, since it's a modern crossover, it's pretty easy. We've got plenty of room in here, and that's good and snug. Now let's go back to the back, put that top tether in, and talk a little bit about cargo. So we've been talking about our Cherokee a lot. Oh, there it is right there. You can go check out my solo video where I go into detail about some of the main differences between these two vehicles. But let's go ahead and come back behind the vehicle. This does say it has a kick to open tailgate. This is my first time to attempt it. I don't know where the sensor is, so we're gonna just go ahead and pull the handle right there. And we're just gonna pull the handle right there. There we go, it's deciding to open. Oh no, I guess it heard that charger over there and decided it wanted to do its own thing. But when we get back here, you can see we've got top tethers all the way across. If you do want to use this center seat, you're going to be using the seatbelt method. They are very low, which made for detaching this one very interesting with the load floor down here. But tightening it up is fairly simple because the load floor is nice and short. You can see we're going to be doing a little bit of long-term damage to the vinyl seats here, but I will tighten this up fully when I have two hands to devote to it. Storage back here. We've got more storage back here than we do in the back of our Cherokee, even though this is a size class smaller. So Cherokee numbers are 24.6 behind the back seats, 54.9 with the seats folded. Here in the Compass, we have 27.2 cubic feet with the seats up and 59.8 with the seats down. And we do have a trick floor back here as well, but I want to show you this cargo mat. Much like the Honda Pilot, which had a reversible rear cargo shade, this has got a reversible rear cargo mat. So if you've got a lot of muddy things, you can flip it over, and now you can see we've got a Jeep branded rubberized mat, so you can throw all your dirty stuff back here and not have to worry. Underneath it, we do have a false load floor. This is where our spare tire would be, but we have a fix-a-flat kit. And then, go ahead and push this. You can pull it out and drop it down, and now we've got even more storage space. You can store taller items here because you see just how much of a difference we've got in overall storage. I will say though, if you do fold the seats down, which you can only do from the sides right here, there are no levers or latches back here, you're not going to have a flat load floor there, and you don't have a flat load floor here, just a small sacrifice. There are a few Easter eggs back here, including that Jeep logo, the two American flags back here. As we look up, we've got a Jeep logo on the back hatch, a serpent right there, and as we come around, another Jeep logo right here. They actually number these. Let me know down in the comments if you found all of them. There is another one right here. There are some in the back doors. I don't want to give them all away here. This being a Stellantis product, they do not put the hatch close button up here. They think, well, you know, we have varying heights of customers. We're going to put it over here on the side. This is the exact same button that is found on the inside. Just put here on the side. You push it, it gives you a couple beeps to let you know, get out of the way, I'm about to come down, and then it closes. Overall, child seat installation on this Compass, I give it a solid A. No real complaints, very easy to do, and I was surprised by just how much room was left up front when we were rearward facing. Okay, so surprising rear cargo numbers, especially when comparing it to your Jeep. Smaller vehicle overall, but better interior cargo space. I was surprised by the fact that there seems to be more room up here in the passenger seat with a rear-facing car seat than your Cherokee did. Yeah. And I think that comes down to how the Cherokee was designed and packaged and the vehicles on which it shared a platform with. This was built as an SUV or a crossover from the ground up, whereas Cherokee had to share its platform, its bones, with two sedans. Yeah. So there is that. This feels more roomy on the inside than it actually is. And the cargo kind of...
I mean, I do feel like the space is used efficiently, more efficiently.
Yeah. But that back seat is actually smaller, a couple inches smaller than your Cherokee. But the overall cargo carrying capacity of this, which is why most people buy SUVs now, is favorable to the Compass.
Yep. Some storage opportunities. This one is got a little bit. Yeah, it's deep, but it's pretty small, and then it's got a swoop in here.
Yeah, that's from the air vents on the
is
backside.
different than my
no
my
dual level.
Cherokee.
Dual
It
level.
has dual level, and it is a lot bigger. But I also keep a lot of crap in there that I probably shouldn't. So,
And we also don't get the dash-mounted storage like you do in your Cherokee either.
and there's not anything underneath. There's this that's
Qi
the
wireless
Qi wireless charger, and some small door space, a cup holder, and and then you've got so up. The living space in the front is a little on the smaller side.
Too small. So we are getting close to the historic brick streets of downtown Tyler, Texas. Now would be a good time to talk about how this thing drives. You've gotten to spend a little bit of time in it, not as much as I have. I took it down to Houston and back through terrible rain, and I felt like I needed a boat, not a Jeep, but it got me through.
It's all-wheel drive.
It is all-wheel drive.
There you go.
What have been your thoughts on it so far?
I do like the way it drives. It can be a little aggressive, I feel like. I feel like, and maybe this is just me getting used to the car, but I feel like I kind of have to push the gas down a lot.
To get that little 2-liter going?
To get it going, and then it's like...
We'll pause on that just a moment, because now that we are on the brick streets, Tucker, how's your wobbly head back there?
Little wobbly.
Little wobbly. How's yours?
It's a little wobbly.
Yep, here's the big bump.
Dad, you might see me smile one time and say I'm sorry one time in this.
Okay. Is everything okay back there?
Yeah.
Okay. It rides comparable to other vehicles in the class, Kia Seltos, Hyundai Kona, Subaru Forester. The list goes on and on and on. The subcompact class is growing seemingly exponentially. So there are plenty of competitors to this vehicle out. It rides about like you would expect. Mostly quiet in here. I am getting a little door noise here. That is actually the first gen Compass right there. And the glow up on this vehicle is immense. This is a much better looking vehicle. Side note, just because we saw that pass by. But yeah, overall, rides like you would expect it to.
Sure.
But as you were saying before we hit the brick streets, you need to coax it a little bit to get it going, and then it wakes up.
It feels like it a little bit, yeah. The other thing that's aggressive is the blinker.
Okay, elaborate.
Why?
Go ahead and put it on.
It's like 2 blinks to the...
Yeah, it's a very interesting noise. I was wondering if you would comment on that, or if that was just me being local.
Annoying.
Oh, okay.
You like it?
No, I didn't know you would have such a strong opinion.
I can't imagine that it's not driving you nuts. I sat at a lot of red lights this morning, and let me tell you, I was about to go cuckoo over the blinker.
Hence why you didn't put it on until I asked you to.
Exactly. It drives me nuts.
Yeah. So there is that. I'm going to go ahead and page through here to see fuel economy. Again, I took this down to Houston and back. We have 476 miles on this, getting 28.9 mpg through our time. Mostly highway miles, but they were some hard-earned highway miles.
Yeah, that's pretty good though.
Yeah.
Gas mileage.
So we've got there
For a car this size?
12 and a half hours on the engine since we've gotten this one. All around, it's been fairly decent, fairly comfortable. Go ahead and pull out the window sticker.
Sorry.
Go ahead and pull out the window sticker. We'll see it's rated at 24 city, 32 highway, so we're right in there. 27 combined, which we're above that. Pretty
Excellent.
good. From the 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged, you do have a naturally aspirated V6 in yours, so some differences there. Have you noticed the transmission? This is a new transmission for Jeep, better than what is in your Jeep. Yours kind of kicks us in the pants every once in a while.
Every once in a while, yeah.
This one is much cleaner, smoother in its operation, right?
Yeah.
All right. Unless you have any other thoughts.
The seats are very comfy. I really like the seats.
I can speak to that. Again, nearly 500 miles on it. Leather, not leather.
Not leather.
Not leather. And we have these cloth inserts on them as well. But
I like it.
does the job.
It's nice. It's comfy.
Yep. Any other thoughts?
That's it.
Care to guess? Keeping in mind, this is a trim not offered in 2024 models, but has a comparable 2024 comparison, this being the Altitude 4x4. You can also get a Trailhawk version like you have in your Cherokee. I'm just muddying the waters and giving you time to think.
I didn't need time to think.
Okay, what do you got?
55.
Woo! No,
Too high?
way too high. I'm surprised too.
49.
Still too high.
Oh, really? Okay, that surprises me. I'm surprised.
Okay.
Color me surprised.
All right.
I thought the Jeep tag would come with a higher price tag.
The Jeep tag does come with a higher price tag. We'll get into that in just a minute. As this one is equipped, $41,905.
Okay. I am pleasantly surprised.
Going back to the aforementioned Hyundai Kona and Chevy Trailblazer, the two competitors we've had most recently, those were around 35
Sure.
and had more creature
Features.
comforts on the inside. So Jeep definitely is kind of punching up into that luxury territory.
But I
without
do think,
bringing the features.
yeah, I do think I like this seat better.
Okay.
So that's an important thing.
Mhm.
There are definitely hardcore Jeep lovers out there. But if you are not a hardcore Jeep lover, I would want to shop the different features because there are some
Yeah.
that have more features, but depends on what you're looking for.
I am surprised you shot so high on your guess. I was a little disappointed on the pricing of this. Again, comparing it to
to
Kona,
it was
to
still too high?
Trailblazer. I really feel like, given the features that are absent on this, that are present on there, if we were still apples to apples on price in that $35,000 range, I would feel like this is still a premium offering from Jeep. But I feel at 41, it's
You think
smidge too
41's a
high.
smidge too high? I disagree.
Okay. Well, on that note, if you want to see more from Holly, from Tucker, some behind the scenes stuff, go find her on Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find all things GT Garage Talk at GT Garage Talk, Facebook, Instagram, X, TikTok, YouTube at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. Hit that subscribe button down below. Help us reach another subscriber milestone. Ring that bell so you're notified when a future video drops. And from us, in a smaller Jeep than we are used to. Until next time, Gearheads. Bye.
I was like, you better hurry up or you have to say it all again.
Do you have anything you want to say about this car?
No.
No? Not even the color?
Yeah, the color is your favorite color. What about all the Easter eggs? Which one's your favorite Easter egg?
Both of them.
Which one? What is both of them? I haven't looked at them. I haven't seen the snake.
You hadn't seen that? You can't see it in the rearview
Is it
mirror? It's on the back window.
No.
Along the...
Oh yeah, you have shown me the snake.
You should be able to see it.
Do you think it's a rattlesnake?
No, I think
An
it's
anaconda?
a serpent.
A serpent.
Serpent. Is everybody ready?
I'm ready.
I'm
I'm
ready.
not ready. Okay,
ready.
I'm ready. I'm not
I'm
ready.
not ready. I'm ready.
I'm still not ready. Gotta fix my hair.
Okay. Are you ready now?
I'm ready.
Are they going? No? Okay. Then I'm gonna go. Nobody's going.
Nope. Have you found the button yet?
Yes, I did earlier. Of course I have.